Alright, guys, I had some microphone issues, but they are resolved now. Anyways, we are playing Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders. We are back. It's been a while. It's been a while. Oh. Bro, what the? Load the freaking. Stop putting distractions on my screen. Oh, hang on, guys. Turning the fans off. Those were getting too loud. All right. All right, let's do this. Let's hop back into this. Alright, so if I remember... Yeah, alright.
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
Doncaster. There's Alexander.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
Not liking that guy.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable. I do not need to make a telephone call at the moment. Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities and villages whose names begin with a D and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations.
Alright.
Daily Blag, August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case. Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his moustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
They do. They do twist everything.
Are you collecting the post, Poirot?
It is not the right time. Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long. ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
I think it does, but...
Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Oh man, alright, this one's a little interesting here.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Alright, whatever you say.
The W is not printed properly. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burned documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes.
I've finished with this subject.
Decipher the burned documents.
If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be important.
Burned sheets of paper found in the garden of the Clark's mansion. I'm certain that it is the work of the killer. Their content is essential for the investigation.
So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
Churston, Devon, population 500 inhabitants. Hourly of trains. London, Churston. Trains of evening. London, 6:45 p.m. Newton about 11 a.m. Churston, 11:45.
Yeah.
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag. Ah, some cool hair. If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be important.
So how do I even start with the burnt documents?
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite... If someone has tried to get rid...
This is strange. Okay, I need...
If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be important.
Okay, so how? Literally did not mean to do that. No, I didn't. What if I did?
Now, down to work.
I needed to
All
go
of this
over there.
needs putting in order a little. This page will be reconstructed in a flash. This page is finished.
Man.
That's done. 3 more to go.
Okay, so I didn't know. Yeah, I'm kind of a little. Alright, so. What could go? Alright, so let's look at the pieces. Okay, like that can go there. That can, okay, that can't go there. Yeah, alright, there we go, there we go. Now we're... Alright, we're getting onto something here. Alright, and right
This
there.
page is finished.
Alright, we're cooking.
And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought.
Well, let's not say that now. Alright, things could easily change. So I think that can go there. And... okay, that can... Alright, that can't go there. Okay.
This piece should be placed here.
Yeah.
This page is finished. Only 1 more. Keep going. This page is finished. All the pages are reconstructed.
Alright. What's this?
A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
We just...
A bottle of solvent.
what do we do? Do we just, like...
A dry cloth.
do that, or...
A dry cloth. A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
Yep.
All the pages are reconstructed.
Alright.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Yeah, so...
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Read the reconstructed documents.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. While wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I think that fourth guy, Dick, I think he is going to be the next guy killed. So now I'm starting to think, because it did mention Alexander suffered from like throat problems, and then the doctor, and you know, the third guy who got killed in this game was obviously the doctor who treated that stuff. So it might not be Alexander who's the killer. That might just be something to throw us off. Sorry guys, I just had to text a friend of mine. So I'm thinking, alright, so Dick, Triple D, I think that's gonna be the fourth guy who's gonna be killed. Alright, let's see, documents come from Dr. Clark's patient records.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
Well, one... Hang on, it was A, B, A, and then D. It's just, Carmichael Clark. Yeah, it's just that Sir Carmichael's was, like, his name started with a C, and he was the doctor that was treating these people.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady, who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Wait.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Have the town searched.
Indeed, it's the only thing to do. But the town is large and time is short.
It appears that all our hopes rest on the local police. I trust that they will be up to the task.
Something is bothering me. Can you reread the burnt documents? Look at the fourth file. Dick Dudley Dunbar, Black Swan Hotel, Doncaster.
No way!
Mon Dieu, Hastings, bien sûr. It's the fourth victim. We must warn Mr. Dunbar immediately. I'll call the Black Swan. Hello, the Black Swan. Hercule Poirot here. May I speak to the owner?
Speaking. Dick Dudley Dunbar. How can I help you?
Is there Mr. Cust among your guests?
He arrived today. Shall I call him for you?
Yes, please.
Wait a minute. I'm just looking for his room number.
I believe that I made a mistake. If anyone asks for him, he will understand that we are onto him, take fright, and flee. Mr. Dunbar, I've changed my mind. It's best if you keep this from Cust.
But who is this Cust?
A murderer.
A murderer? Under my roof? It's not possible. I don't believe it. Do you think that Cust might be dangerous? Oh, I do hope you're wrong. He seems so harmless, you know. Yes, completely harmless.
We must not overestimate the danger. After all, we are not absolutely sure he is guilty.
What should I do?
Watch him. If he leaves the hotel, watch where he is heading. I'll call the police in Doncaster immediately. When they arrive, keep out of the way.
Oh, indeed. I shall keep out of the way. I have a bad heart, you see, and a big shot could kill me. Thank you for having warned me.
Hello,
See-
Poirot. We have some good news. The police in Doncaster have caught our man at the Black Swan Hotel. They're sending him here by train. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt.
Alright.
Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our number one suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you are so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Alright.
To Marbury Guest House, please.
So they've caught Alexander.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Tapp told me that you might be coming.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cust left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
One moment, please. How did you know that Cust had underlined Doncaster in his railway guide?
I went and had a look in his room.
I see. Do you make a habit of searching through your lodger's belongings?
Well, what are you going to do later? I bet you're going to poke around his room too.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
He's rather queer. He talks to himself. He has a bad cough. Because of the war, he says. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Do you think it was blood?
It might have been.
Cust used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Yes, although he was unwell on trains.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No idea.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cust rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah! I remember one thing. Bexhill by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cust asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Which newspapers?
The evening ones and the daily ones.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
I need the key to Cust's room. This woman appears to be in a bad mood. Mrs. Marbury is taking out her bad mood on the evening meal's potato.
Right. Is that all? When are you leaving?
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cust rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder? Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
If I did, it was because Mr. Cust wasn't here. What about it?
You rented the same room to two people. That's fraud.
Calm down, Mr. Poirot. My lodgings were full and I couldn't let poor Mr. Fishman sleep outside.
All right, all right.
Don't forget to return the key.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject would probably be useful to me.
What's this?
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject will probably be useful to me. The Bexhill Daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Most probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date. Trousers, white shirts, everything has been washed very well.
Maybe too well? Maybe? I don't know. Where was Cust at the time of the Bexhill murder? Ah, dang.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders.
Wait a minute.
It's closed. It's closed. ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. It's closed. It's an ABC.
Yes, it is.
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
Let's not do that now.
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover. but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes. A long-bladed knife, a murderer's weapon. This object would probably be useful to me. How hopeful. This place is a real mess. The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
It's in the box.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings. Stockings. I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
So this...
The right-hand heel has been removed. The left-hand heel has been removed.
Alright. He literally... Bro, he's the guy. He's the guy. He's written the letters. Oh, alright.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
Huh.
It is now the right time. War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack, Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
Alright, so he really does have problems with the war.
It is now the right time.
What else could there be? I mean...
ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. Stockings.
Alright.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance. I've finished with this subject.
So we're done over there. Dude, I can see the knife sticking out of there. Like,
This key bears the number 306.
search Custis' room.
ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Yeah. Also, that could be it could be Custis' blood. Yeah.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
I look forward to seeing you again, Mr. Poirot.
Something is
Chief
off
Inspector.
about her.
I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
Something's off about that lady. I mean, something is really off. Because first off, no one's actually that nice. Second off, either she's the murderer or she's an accomplice. So, like, alright, I have, like, a couple theories. Either she's the murderer and she uses Alexander's typewriter to send the letters to Hercule. B, she's an accomplice. So that's theory A. Theory B, she's an accomplice somehow. Or theory C, she only knows, she only knows, and she hasn't said anything, and she's kind of trying to cover her ass. I don't know. I do not know.
It is not the right time.
How can I talk with Jap?
There is nothing more for me to do here.
There we go, jeez.
I had best talk to Jap.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Cust guilty? Was it possible for Cust to have killed the 3 victims? Okay, so... So he has all the ABC guides. Cust was in all the towns. Are there any common points between Cust and the killer? Okay, so one is the ABC guide. Wait, there were a bunch of those, like, knives, I think. I'll have to look back at the last video that I did, the 3-hour one. But there were knives. Like I remember finding knives and one of them was missing. That could be the missing one, but I could be, like, insanely wrong. Okay, so all the letters. That's not it. He could have committed these crimes. And that's the thing. Is Cust's behavior suspicious? See, he lied about his destination. I don't know how common it is for people to keep newspapers. Guilty.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
Yeah,
When can you talk to him?
At least question it.
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Go to Scotland Yard.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Here's the guy.
This man is not in good shape.
Nope. Shaking hands, lowered eyes. Can't say that that friggin' haircut is a sign of him going bad. Crumpled jacket. Yep.
He is worried and very tired, and other police have been hard on him.
What do you want from me?
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Why did you send me a letter before each crime?
Why all these questions? When are you going to stop pestering me?
Acknowledge his innocence.
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
You are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
It's true. During the war.
Yeah. Wait, if he... Hang on. If he forgets stuff, like the letters... Well, no, because it's war and... Alright.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
But you killed him, as well as 2 other people.
That's what they all say.
Ask him if he acknowledges going to the 3 towns. Or say that witnesses saw him in 3 towns. Which one should I do? Man. I don't remember hearing like 3 witnesses saw him. We just collected evidence that he went to the 3 towns. But that could just be my memory. See, if I say this, then he's going to say that he doesn't remember. Or that he doesn't acknowledge.
Do you deny being at the scene of the
Whatever,
crimes?
I'll just pick it.
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
What work was this?
He is in no state to reply. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher.
All right, I will take it.
Take this. It will help you.
Thank you. Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Bon. I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from. Are you well enough to speak?
Yes, I feel much better.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot, but not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards. So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Take this. It will help you.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
All right.
And? What conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What do we know about Cust's health? mentally and physically weak, not really the profile of our killer. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the Churston murder? Yeah, see, that's the thing. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt? Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that Cust is guilty? Not guilty. So...
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters, then with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Draw up the psychological profile of Cust. Mediocre. It's clever but mediocre. Killed when the street was packed with people, that's rather bold. Easy to influence. The man seduced Betty before taking her to the beach where he strangled her. Seducer. But he's not that attractive of a guy. without any charm. Likes trains, does not like trains. So his personality doesn't fit. Cold. Alright. Generous.
You see? Cuss' character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
Alright. Go home.
To White Haven, please.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
It's over here.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets. I have to choose the type of bullets to load. The revolver is loaded with blancs. I still have time to choose real bullets. The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blancs. The revolver is loaded with blancs. I still have time to choose real bullets.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Okay, I think I know where this is going.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new. Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guests coming up the stairs.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? So, whoops. Did not mean to do that. Alright. So let's look at the evidence that we have presented. So, why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? So, let's see. It's a piece of envelope with a wrong address, right? The letter's late arrival saved the murderer. I feel like those two would go together. maybe not. Huh. Putting all three of the theories there, that obviously doesn't work. The error, wait, hang on. The error in the address caused the letter to be delivered late. So the error in the address caused the letter to be delivered late. But see, was that intentional though? So the murderer challenged Poirot for glory. Let's assume that's true for a second. Or let's just play that card for a second. So the murderer challenged Poirot for glory. The murderer always warned Poirot about his murders. This is interesting. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Why did he? Why did he make a mistake? Did he intend to make a mistake in the address? Piece of envelope with the wrong address. So let's play that. We'll just take that out. Alright, let's just take all that out. The murderer challenged Poirot out of xenophobia. So let's try these two. Then we need a third one to go with it. What did you send me a picture of? Hang on, I got a picture from one of my friends. Okay, it's just some Star Wars. Alright, it's some small figurines. Okay, cool. Alright, let's concentrate. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Why did he make a mistake in the address? That is the question that we've got to solve. Now, let's try the theory of the murderer challenged Poirot for glory. Alright, let's just try that. Oh, by the way, if you guys hear a fan, I just had to, turn a fan on real quick. Because, it's getting kind of hot in my room right now. Alright, so, the murderer challenged Poirot for glory. So what evidence do we have to confirm that theory? So the murderer challenged Poirot for glory. So what evidence? Wait, Okay, why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Why did he? And was that mistake intentional? Was the mistake in the address intentional or not? So let's see. The letter's late arrival saved the murderer. We don't know who it is. It could be the housekeeping lady. It could be Alexander. Oh, I'm starting to believe now that it's not Alexander. Though it could be. It could very much be Alexander. The letter's late arrival saved the murder, so that could be part of why he made a mistake in the address. The error in the address caused the letter to be delivered late. The mistake is intentional. Because, like, if the murderer... Alright, I think... I'm trying to think on, like, which... It was either the second murder or the third murder, but either one, it was one of those where the murderer got the address wrong. And my thing is, you know, if you're able to like get the address right on like the first two letters, why did you mistake the address the third time around? And Alexander did say he had a habit of forgetting things, so I don't know. I don't know. He wrote to Poirot because his address is not very well known.
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
Like he might suffer
No
from
doubt.
DID.
But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Because remember, Cust's document was burnt, and it was to... And it was, like, I think it was, like, to be hidden. Like, the murderer did not want that document to be found for some reason. And I think that was because... No, that wouldn't make sense, because, like, why would the... I'm trying to think, like, alright, let's just play this. How to explain Cust's presence at the crime scenes. I know that sounds ridiculous, but let's just try that for a couple of these. So he was a door-to-door salesman. I feel like that should be a perfect match, but... So he was a door-to-door salesman. It is a coincidence that he went to the victims' towns. I guess that's not it. Alright. Ugh. Alright. He tries to overcome his travel sickness by By traveling often by train. Oh, alright. Nah, those two don't add up. The murderer found a way to access Dr. Clark's medical records and tried to burn them in order to hide his tracks. See, I feel like that wouldn't really explain his presence in all three locations. But let's just try it, just in case I'm wrong. Test was manipulated. The killer made him go to the town as soon as he... Alright.
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil! What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from three completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
What should we draw from that? Say that just one murder is of no interest to the killer. Say that the murderer kills for pleasure. Say that the killer has developed a taste for murder. Say that there are three murders. Should we say murderer kills for pleasure? The killer has developed a taste. What should I pick? What would be the most likely, the most reasonable of all these three, or of all these four options? There are three murderers? Ooh, that could... I don't know about, like, three murderers, but... that one's a stretch. Slightly. Man, like, I'm trying to think, like, who would the three murderers be in that scenario? Because you can't tell me that... Wait, no, wait a sec. second.
There is not one murderer but 3 accomplices, who all use the same scenario.
Do you mean that 3 murderers with quite different aims joined forces to create a smoke screen? Here's another question. Is it still necessary to find a motive for each crime? And the one in Andover poses problem. Why was poor Mrs. Asher killed?
Indeed. It would be best to forget the theory.
Alright, yeah, I had a feeling that was a big stretch. Say that just one murder is of interest to the killer.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer, the others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest, and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle, that's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
Indicate that Donald was resting at Churston. Oh, wait, what? Was he, though?
Donald, too, has been treated by the doctor.
You're quite wrong, Mr. Poirot, and it shouldn't be difficult to prove.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Wait, please excuse me. It was a slip of the tongue. This is what I wanted to say. Donald, Sir Carmichael was one of your firm's customers. We found a surveyor's report among his papers that proves it.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it. And you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark?
That's ridiculous!
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alright, let's see. Yeah. Alright. But wait. It is Donald or Franklin, then how? Wait, oh wait, no. One of them. Oh man. Like one of them maybe. Nah, that's not it. Likes trains, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Franklin clever? That one I should have gotten first try, but alright. Not that big a deal. Man, it's adding up. It's all adding up. This might be our guy.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly. Because you are incapable of waiting.
Really? Well, I am no murderer. You presented him as being a cold and patient schemer.
Certes, normalement. But Lady Clark's imminent death precipitated events. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no. You know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà, light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
1 point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
You've reached new thumbnails. The inquiry is Alright.
Proof is easy to find now that we know where to look.
You have nothing on me. You're bluffing, Mr. Poirot. Come on, Thora, there's nothing for us to do here.
Don't touch me.
Thora!
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter, and why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
All right. Well played. I lose. The game's up.
Alright, what's gonna happen now? Ooh.
Don't come near me! I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot!
That was a fake.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, there is no easy death for you. I expected your reaction, so I used blanks. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Man, we did it.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England. Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
That's nice.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better. And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since. Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press. And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
Alright. Based on the novel The ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. I did not read the book, so the story was new to me, so I didn't see all the twists and turns and all that stuff. Alright, anyways, I got stuff to do, so I can't watch the credits. Anyways, this was actually a pretty good game. I'll be completely honest with you. It was a very, very good game. Alright, that's it, guys. Peace.